What's up? It's me, Logan. Let's talk about some shoes. My name's Logan. Let's talk about some more shoes. Last time, we went over a few models that you guys could pick up. Video before that, we went over some other ones also. Those ones are all still good, but today we just got 5 new ones that you haven't seen yet. Some variations on old ones that you have already seen, some brand new stuff, some pretty common ones, some more parkour specific brand ones. So we're gonna go into detail on each of those. A reminder of the criteria we're looking at: flexibility, durability, comfort, cushion, and most important, grip, okay? All right, so first shoe up, Adidas Duramo. Typical running shoe, available at all sorts of different easy to find stores, Sport Check, Shoe Company. Price pretty good, 70 bucks-ish, I think, off the top of my head. You get them on sale, it's even cheaper. All sizes too, toddler up to adult. Specifics about the shoe itself, I've had a lot of students wearing them, and these are actually a rental pair that we rent out in case kids forget shoes, so I think it's like 10 bucks and you got yourself some shoes for class. Specifics on how they perform though: grip seems really good, breaks in nice, it doesn't have too much of that slippery out of the box rubber going on. So grip's pretty good. Flexibility, once you get them moving a bit, they're a little stiff out of the box, but I mean, you grab them, move them around, jump in them, they're pretty good, pretty quick. Durability, I have students here who have been wearing them for multiple sessions now, and they're still rocking them, they're still in one piece, so that's good. Cushion-wise, a little bit of cushion, nothing too crazy, so you're still gonna feel the floor, which is what we want, so that's actually a good thing. And then, yeah, comfort-wise, like I said, kids are wearing them. Weight-wise, lightweight, grip's good. Adidas Duramo, seems good to me. Check them out. Okay, so that's the first pair down. Second pair, Take Flight shoes. Coach Bryn's actually gonna come in and chat about these, because he's the one wearing them, so.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Coach Bryn. I'm gonna be talking about the Stealth Ultra Gen 2 by Take Flight. These guys are a pretty niche product. They are a parkour specific made shoe, and they go for around 160 Canadian, which is quite steep, honestly. Again, it's a niche product, it's a parkour specific made shoe, so you might have a better guarantee there of, hey, we know what your sport is about, but again, it's a factor. I'm training in these are our gym's pair, we were sent them, so yeah, keep note of that. I've only trained in them a few times, but that being said, I love them. Let's talk about grip first. Some of the best grip that we have in a shoe, honestly. I'm used to the interval knits by Strike. A lot of our athletes use Strikes, and these honestly just have better grip. I'm really impressed there. So awesome, 5 stars. In terms of comfort, these right off the bat, super comfortable shoe. I didn't really have to break them in much. They're very cushiony, which honestly these two categories kind of fit together. In terms of cushion, you're not gonna feel too much cushion just like on the outside of the shoe, but it's more so on the inside. So it has a very good like foot feel right off the bat, and sticking a pre is just a really comfortable experience. So great job there. In terms of flexibility, it has a lot of flexibility this way and less so like this way. And another thing to note, its lateral stability isn't great. And if you're somebody prone to like roll your ankle, this isn't really a shoe that I would recommend for you. That's not really an issue of mine, so I tend to like these a lot. In terms of stability front and back, again, great. Sticking a pre in these, super easy. Durability, again, I've not worn these for a long time, but I have trained them quite a bit, and they hold up great. The sole, one piece of rubber, that's gonna last forever, hopefully. This suede little front section, that should hold up. It's this little neoprene top here that your toes might poke through. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with these, and I'll probably pick up a pair for myself. So yeah, check them out if you like them. All right, that's enough for me. Now to Gavin.
Hey, my name is Gavin. I'm a longtime community member here, and I'm here to talk about these, the Farang Evelate Lites. Now this is actually the second pair of shoes from Team Farang, which is also a parkour brand, just like the Take Flight shoes that Coach Bryn talked about earlier. These ones are some of the best shoes I've ever trained in for a couple of reasons. First of all, let's talk about this grip. I have never encountered a grip that I have liked more than these shoes. It's super sticky immediately out of the bag. That's right, they come in a super fun and funky and fresh bag instead of a shoe box. Just makes international shipping a little bit easier. But yeah, super grippy immediately out of the bag, on walls, on rails, on everything. I've really enjoyed it. It's super sticky all the way through, which is great if you are really bad at aiming where your feet are going on rails like I am. I've never had to worry about slipping off of anything. Climb-ups are super easy as well. Next, I want to talk about comfort. These shoes are kind of like 2 or 3 main pieces. Obviously, you have your sole with the big foam on the bottom here, and then this middle section is all just mesh. And then like over the toe box and over the heel, there are different materials just like amp up the durability a little bit, which we'll talk about later. But in terms of comfort, it's kind of just like wearing a platform on the bottom of your shoe with a whole bunch of mesh to keep it done up on top. So if you're someone that likes more of a rounder feel around your shoe, this probably isn't something you're gonna be super interested in. I personally love training in shoes that are really flat like this, where I can extremely feel all of the things that I'm landing on top of. So I've really been enjoying these. The insoles aren't great right out of the box. I actually recommend heating them up in a microwave for like 5 minutes on a really low setting, and then putting them on and keeping them up super, super tight for like 5 minutes right before you train in them. It just helps get the insole to form to your foot a little better, and after I did that, they were perfect. The cushion, as I was saying, these are really low and really thin kind of on the bottom. So there's not a whole lot of cushion. Again, I personally like a shoe that doesn't have very much, so I can feel what I'm landing on and feel how my tech is. But if you're someone that likes more, then maybe this isn't exactly what you'd be looking for. Flexibility is honestly unrivaled. It's bendy in every which direction. It's great, fantastic. I really like training flips if you've seen me around the gym, and these are perfect for making sure that my landings and my takeoffs can be as versatile as I need them. One of the trickiest categories for this one for sure is the durability. So I've only been training in these for about probably 4 months, and already you can see kind of the toe box is starting to peel off from the sole, and then all the way around the side of this front toe box on both shoes. It's starting to separate from the sole on the side, and the glue is coming apart. So durability is definitely not a strong suit for these shoes. And also talking a little bit about sizes here, because these are sized with European shoe sizes, and because of a limited range of sizes available, there are no half sizes available for the Farang Evelate Lites, which is really unfortunate because a lot of us here at the gym would fit perfectly into those half sizes. So these ones are actually just a little bit too big for me, and so I've had to really tighten up the laces as a consequence, and it makes these little points out of this front rubber piece that looks like, in terms of like longer range training, it might start to rip there a little bit easier. And also it's been pulling, as I said, away from the sides of the sole and peeling the shoe actually apart. So not super durable, and the sizes are really a bit of a barrier for who is able to use these shoes. But overall, really great shoe. These ones are pretty similarly priced to the Strike Haze shoes. It's probably about like $140. However, with Farang, you do get super fast shipping, although it's expensive, and you also have to pay duty fees, which add a little bit more on top of it. So yeah, pricey, but well worth it in my opinion. All right, that's all for me. Next up, we got Coach Tyler coming to talk about our last 2 pairs of shoes.
Hey, Tyler here, and I'm going to be talking about the final 2 shoes we are reviewing for this video. Now, first up, I have the Adidas Raid3r. Which, if you're familiar with our older shoe review videos, might look familiar. This is the spiritual successor to the very popular Adidas 3MC, which we reviewed in one of our older videos. The shoe is quite popular among the parkour community, but unfortunately has since been discontinued, so they're kind of hard to find. But Adidas stepped up and actually made a newer version of the shoe. I don't think they officially called it the sequel to the 3MC, but as you can see, it's pretty much identical on the outside. But there are some improvements to the shoe that I think personally make it better. Starting with the fit, one of my main complaints about the 3MC was how narrow it was, and it actually started to constrict my foot after training in it for a little while. That problem has been essentially erased with this version of the shoe. It fits my foot perfectly. My only issue with it was now it's a little bit longer with that half a size up. I think if I had gone down half a size, this would have been a perfect fit. I'm not sure what materials they use this time around compared to the 3MC, but the shoe itself is more flexible and lighter than it was before. So in terms of flexibility, we've got pretty much full range this way and pretty good side to side as well. Comparing that to the 3MC, while also still quite flexible, it is definitely slightly more rigid than the new version of the Raid3r. Now moving on to grip. As you can see, the bottom of the 3MC compared to the Raid3r is actually quite different. Not just speaking on the color here, but the actual composition of the rubber on the bottom. Bottom of the 3MC had sort of like almost little suction cup type grip here. All rubber though, so it's pretty solid overall with grip. But the new version, the Raid3r, has more of a flat diamond pattern with little ridges in between. I do find that the grip is actually a little bit superior on here. The 3MCs would get a little more slippery on dust. That seems to be a little less prevalent on this version of the shoe. And it's pretty grippy on most surfaces, concrete, wood, rails in the gym inside here. So I think as an overall shoe, you can't really go wrong with the grip on here. It'll be good in most scenarios. I'm gonna put cushion and comfort sort of together in one category here. 3MCs were not really known for their comfort. There wasn't much cushion to be had in those shoes. That is generally a good thing when you're training. You usually want as much touch as possible between your foot and the ground or the obstacle you're training on. And the 3MC was really good for that. However, this new version is actually a little better. There's slightly less cushion on this version. So when you put these on, you can pretty much feel everything underneath your foot. Even the smallest pebble on the ground, you'll probably feel it. But that makes them quite good for technical training, precisions, rail work, that kind of thing. As far as comfort goes, the 3MCs, I would end up switching them out after an extended period. There doesn't seem to be as much of an issue with these ones. I can train in these a lot longer without my feet getting tired or sore. So comfort-wise, I would rate these pretty high. As far as durability goes, these should last you quite a while. Composition is about the same as the last version. So canvas upper, rubber on the bottom, and vulcanized sides here. Where you might see some issues is where the rubber from the bottom separates from the sidewalls here. That's usually where the 3MCs would start to rip. Or other than that, it would be the canvas on top. So far, these are holding up okay. I think with regular training, you could probably get at least 6 months out of these without any major issues, maybe longer. So if you were a fan of the 3MC like we all were here, definitely check out the Adidas Raid3r. They're pretty easy to find. We got these from the Adidas website on sale for I believe about $40 Canadian, but your price will vary. And they do come in a few different colors as well. So good luck on your search. And lastly, we have this Etnies Marana skate shoe. This one was kind of like a shot in the dark for me. I had noticed a few European athletes wearing this shoe, and I was able to track it down and find a pair to try out. And I've actually been pleasantly surprised at how solid they are. As you can see, these are kind of a standard skate shoe platform, similar to the 3MC, with a few differences in terms of fit and comfort. Starting with grip, right out of the box, these did have sort of a weird oil or film on the bottom that I kind of had to scrape off after a couple training sessions. Once getting through that, the grip on this shoe is actually incredible. It has a Michelin tire composite rubber on the bottom. Not exactly sure what it's entirely made out of, but it's been grippy on pretty much every surface I've tried so far in the gym, from walls, rails, whatever. It's been pretty solid. Cushion is where it loses a little bit of points for me. There's a little bit more cushion in here than I'm used to, especially compared to these ones or any strike movement shoe, which I'm used to training in indoors. That said, it's not detrimental to my training. I can still feel the ground beneath me. I can feel precisions, rails, and whatnot, just not as much as I am normally used to. I'm sure with extended use, I would actually get used to it, and it would probably be less of an issue. Moving on to flexibility. They definitely have a lot less flexibility than I'm used to. In both directions, you don't have as much movement as you would with any of the other shoes we've talked about so far today. However, I think with repeated use, again, these shoes would loosen up a little bit more, and you would also probably get used to that feeling as well. Comfort-wise, I would actually rate these pretty high. If you're used to training in a skate-style shoe like a Vans or even the 3MC, I would say it fits more similarly to a Vans shoe, but with slightly more cushion. So you have a pretty solid platform and a decent amount of width inside the shoe as well. Not too narrow, not too wide. It seems to just fit just right without my foot actually sliding around or pushing back and forth too much. With durability, again, time will tell. I've only been training in these for about a month now, and they're holding up pretty solid so far. Normal rubber bottom, suede upper, with a slightly reinforced toe here. If I had to pick where anything might start to fall apart first, it would probably be this toe box here, just from doing precisions, cat hangs, stuff like that. So far, there are only just a few superficial scuff marks on the toe. No threads separating or anything like that, no glue coming apart. These are fairly easy to find in a few different colorways, and they actually do produce a large amount of kids versions as well. So that's a plus for as far as availability goes. Price will vary on these as well. We did get these on sale from a Canadian retailer for about $50, but you can get these from multiple websites online that I've looked at so far. Prices do vary between 50 to 100 Canadian. So that is it for this round of Parkour shoe reviews. We had some good ones for you today. These videos continue to be our most popular videos on our YouTube channel so far. So we hope to keep doing these. If there are any shoes that you want us to review or any shoes you would like to send us to review, definitely let us know in the comments and we'll do our best to make it happen. We generally put out one shoe review video a year as it takes us quite a while to find new ones to review and actually take the time to test them out. But we're always looking for new ones to try, so definitely let us know what your recommendations are. As always, like, comment, subscribe, let us know how we're doing, and go do parkour, go have some fun. And we'll see you next time.